Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series of the SDSM College, Palghar. I am Vilas sir, and today we are going to start a new chapter, cropping system. Let's start it. Today we are going to discuss about the topic from the cropping system. It is a meaning there, study of different cropping system, monoculture, multiple cropping, and lastly intercropping. If we talk about the cropping system, this term cropping system refers to the crops, crop sequences and management techniques used on their particular agricultural field over a period of years. It includes all the spatial and the temporal aspects of the managing and agricultural system. Historically, cropping systems have been designed to maximize yield, but the modern agriculture is increasingly concerned with the promoting environmental sustainability in the cropping system. So cropping system, it is the most important factor in the agricultural land. It is a system consists of a several components which depends on each other, and a system is defined as a set of elements or components that are interrelated and interacting among themselves. Farming system consists of several enterprises with the appropriate combination with the cropping system like dairying, piggery, poultry, fishery, beekeeping, etc. And these enterprises are interrelated. So these forming the end product, and the waste of enterprises are used as input in other, like the waste of dairy farm like cow dung, urine, refuse, etc. are used for the preparation of the farmyard manure, which is an input of cropping system. The waste of straw obtained from the crop are used as a fodder for a cattle, and it is a good food source for the cattle, and these cattle are used for different field operations for growing crops. So thus the different enterprises of farming system are highly interrelated with each other. Let's take a meaning of a cropping system. It may be defined as the order or in which the crops are cultivated on a piece of land over a fixed period. The cropping system is a crop production activity of the farm or holding it. It comprises all the crops pattern adopted on the farm or holding the interaction with the farm resources. There may be other household enterprises and the physical, biological, technical and socio-economic factors or environmental factors. Study of different cropping system. It is based on the resources, technology available, and different type of crop system are adopted on their farms, like monoculture, multiple cropping, intercropping, mixed cropping, stripe cropping, sequence cropping, relay cropping, multi-storied cropping, and catch farming or catch cropping. These will study in this same chapter one by one. Let's talk about the monoculture. Monoculture or monocropping refers to the growing of only one crop or the single crop on the same time and same piece of land every year. So monoculture of a bajra is practiced in a certain district like Rajasthan because the rainfall is uncertain and unknown. So there is no irrigation water is available for the cropping. In southern state and the Konkan region of Maharashtra, that means our area, have grown the rice is widely cultivated in the monsoon season. So only single crop is taken every year and every year. So this may be a best example for the monoculture. Why the Maharashtra taking the single crop or the monocrops every year? Because the rice crops or rice forms the main commodity of their diet plan or the daily life. They eat rice as a staple food. Most of the area is low lying and a high rainfall with the same amount of water lodging, which makes the land unfit for other crops. The land holding are smaller and scattered, in which they do not allow to grow more crops at the same time. It is noticed under the rice monocrops, and there is a rapid deterioration of organic matter and soil structure by flooding and drainage system is not proper, and it increases the decomposition. Let's talk about the multiple cropping. As the name suggests, multiple means many crops. More than two crops are grown or taken in the same piece of land, one after another in a one calendar year. In that, urad dal or udid, wheat, rice, potato, green gram, jute rice, potato, rice, mustard, maize. These are the combination of various crops are taken every year in the same land. So that may increase the productivity and saves the time for taking another crops. So at a time more crops are grown, and it may be helpful for the farmers for economically, and it saves energy also. So the field should be leveled with the high productivity soil with the suitable climate for taking a multiple croppings. Adequate amount of or assured irrigation facilities should be available there. Then the availability of inputs such as the seed, implementation, then fertilizers, facility to remove the crop residue from the field immediately after harvesting. It is very much necessary. Let's see the advantages of multiple croppings. There is a more assurance of a food and feed supply throughout the year. There may be increase in the productivity per area, the time and inputs which are taken. Better distribution of the income throughout the year. Next, it increases the total employment and the distribution of the labor charge and labor work and the capital used throughout the year. Minimum scope for soil erosion and degradation of soil. Maximum utilization of the land, residual effects, manure, fertilizers, moisture and management practices. So these were the advantages of multiple cropping. Let's see the disadvantages of multiple cropping. Like, little time is available for the land preparation. It requires more intercultivation to the compensate inadequate preparatory tillage. Cleaning of a field from the stubble and stumps is a great problem for next cropping. Previous year crop with residual toxicity maybe affects the next crop in a quick succession. It increases the weeds, pest and disease hazards if not managed properly. Long durational crops cannot be taken in the same land. And lastly, weather and the physical condition may hinder quick succession. So these are the very much effective disadvantages may be faced during the multiple cropping. We can calculate the multiple cropping index by applying some effective formula. So if we take a formula like MCI, multiple cropping index, is equal to summation Ni is equal to 1 AI into 100 by A. So MCI is equal to gross crop area divided by net area into 100, where N is a first total number of crops, AI area under first crop planted and harvested within 1 year, and A is a total land area available for the cultivation. It is also referred as a cropping intensity. Let's take an example for the multiple cropping. Like a cultivar has 10 hectares of land. He has grown okra, that means a ladyfinger, over 6 hectare of land, and the bottle gourd over 3 hectare of land during the Kharif season. Chili over 5 hectare of land, and the cauliflower over 5 hectare of land during Rabi, and cucumber over 4 hectare of land, and muskmelon over 5 hectare of land in summer season. So calculate C2 for given farmyard. We have given values like Kharif is equal to 6 hectare plus 3 hectares. Total is 9 hectares. In Rabi season, 5 hectares plus 5 hectare is equal to 10 hectares per land. And lastly, the summer is 4 hectare plus 5 hectare is equal to 9 hectares. If we take a total of 3 seasons, it will 28. So divide 28 by 10 and make into 100. The value may be arise, it is a 280%. Now the cropping index or cropping intensity index is come with the 280%. It implies the land in input use. 280, it means it is nearer to 300. So almost 3 times this value are came. So 100% means 1 time, and 300 times means 3 times. So we get the value here. There is a 3 times of its original extent of a cropping intensity index are given. Let's talk about the intercropping. Intercropping is a multiple cropping practice that involves growing 2 or more crops in proximity area. In other words, we can say intercropping is a cultivation of 2 or more crops simultaneously on the same field. The most common goal of intercropping is to practice or produce greater yield in a given piece of land by making use of resources like ecological and social processes that would be otherwise utilized in the single crops or the monoculture. So intercropping is more effective way to produce larger variety of crops in a given field area. For example, growing soybean, red gram in the ratio of 5:1 or 6:2 proportion, or the cotton and tur dal The intercropping was originally practiced as a insurance against the total crops failure under the rainfall conditions. So at the present time, the main objective of intercropping is highly productive per area, in addition to stability of a production. So intercropping system utilizes the resources effectively or efficiently, thereby productivity is increased. What do you think about the successful intercropping? There may be a question arise in your mind. So the time of a peak nutrient demands for the component crops should not be overlap. Secondly, competition for a light should be minimum among the component crops. So near my area, the crops should not be grown or taken at the same time. There may be gaps, or the or space should be given in every plant. Secondly, the component crops should not be complementary with each other. Then the differences in the maturity of component crop should be at least 1 month. Cereals should be selected as main crops, example jowar, wheat, maize, and other cash crop can be sugarcane, cotton, tobacco. Next, the pulses and the oil seeds should be selected as the intercrops, and during that the pulse crop fixed atmosphere or atmospheric nitrogen and makes the available for the main crops. It improves the fertility of a soil, as well as it utilizes available soil moisture properly even in the adverse condition. The time required for the growth of main crops and the intercrop should be different or sufficient. That means one should crop taken earlier and the other one after the 2 to 3 weeks of crops which are grown. The water requirement for the component crops should be different from each other. Lastly, the component crop should have a different root system or the shallow or deep root system, because the root are taking more absorption of water and the other plant cannot get the benefit of water. There are some objectives for intercropping. The farmers take an insurance against the total crop failure under the aberrant weather condition or the pest epidemics. So the loss may be faced the farmers, so the insurance can get the benefited. Increasing the total productivity per unit land area, it is necessary. Lastly, the utilization of the resources like land, labor and input work are taken for main purpose. How the intercropping are practices? There are two methods. First is pair row system. In this system, the distance between two crops line and the main crop is reduced and the space for the intercrops are created, like jowar plus moong dal or udid dal or tur dal, and other may be bajra plus tur dal. Next, it is a skipped row system. In this system, the distance between two crop line is kept as a, but after two rows, one row is kept for the intercrops. So it is more effective. The plantation of a main populated plants are the main crops, and it can be kept constant in the normal sowing by the reducing plant to plant distance in a rows. Like we are taking jowar as a main plant, and the plant to plant distance is kept maybe around 10 centimeter instead of taking 15 centimeter. So more space are given, but the here the space, let's have a take advantages. It provides the yield advantage as compared to the solo cropping. It gives a profitable use of space and time by cultivating two or more crops at the same time. Greater assurance and the stability is higher in arid area. It reduces the cost of cultivation of a main crops. Then it improves the soil fertility by use of legume or gram plants in a intercrop. The efficient use of a soil nutrient, moisture and air. It also helps to control weeds or the unwanted plants at some extent. It covers the more ground area continuously and helps to control the soil erosion. It provides the more employment and the better distribution of the labor work. And lastly, it provides the income in installment, and it reduces the marketing risk. So these were the effective way of intercropping advantages. There are few disadvantages may be faced during the intercropping. The difficulty may be arise in the practice of management in intercrop. A high degree of mechanization and a different requirement of a component of a crops are taken. Next, maybe harvesting is difficult as each intercrop has own harvesting time. Next, maybe it reduces the quality and the quantity yield of a. Lastly, it requires sowing skill or the highly mechanized techniques. So these were the disadvantages during the intercropping. Let's see the crop equivalent yield. It is a CEY. The yield of different intercrops are converted into the equivalent yield by any 1 year crops based on the price of a produce. So it can be calculated by a formula. CEY is equal to summation n by 1 y1 and e1, where y1 is a yield of first component and ei or e first equivalent factor is the first component or the price of a first crop. Example, the land of a groundnut and the red gram in a hectare of intercropping with 1000 and 600 kg respectively. The total yield of an intercrop system can be expressed as a groundnut equivalent yield by knowing the price of each produce. If the price of a groundnut and a red gram is 20 rupees and 25 rupees per kilogram respectively, by applying the formula of equivalent yield of a groundnut is equal to 1000 into 20 by 20, it may be come under 1000 kilogram. Equivalent yield of a red gram is equal to 600 into 25 by 20. It will come around 750 kilogram. The finally we can total it by equivalent yield of a system is equal to 1000 plus 750 is equal to 1750 kilogram of a groundnut. We stop here for today itself, and we have discussed the very much important terms from the cropping system chapter, like a study of a different cropping system, monoculture, multiple cropping and intercropping. I hope you understood the concept behind it, and we'll come up with the rest of the part from the same chapter in the next lecture. So till then, thank you.